Steve here, and just wanted to do another video for you. This one is on Lofty, Lofty.ai. Let me go ahead and screen share. And thing is, I have 5 kids. Some of y'all know that, some of y'all don't. 5 kids that we homeschool, and this may end up being a long video, or at least 3 or 4 videos. So I'm going to try to get through this without having to yell at any kids, because that's embarrassing when you're on a Zoom or on, filming a video like this. All right, so hopefully you can see my screen right now. We are going to talk about Lofty, Lofty.ai. You can see the website up at the top there. So this is what you see when you go to Lofty, and I'm going to move my face there, and that way you can actually see the login and the sign up buttons at the top there. So let's just go through this real quick. And so you come onto here on the main site, and you can go ahead and read through this if you'd like. Actually, not if you'd like. I highly recommend it. Do your own research. Make sure this is actually something you want to do. And so Lofty it's a slow play because it's much lower than DeFi, but like just about everything else, much higher than a traditional bank account, bank savings account. So what Lofty is, it's a fractional real estate investment. So in other words, you invest in a portion of a property. And the way this works is when you look on the marketplace, what they call it, where you search for houses, condos, commercial buildings. There are huge multifamily places. I looked at one the other day that I think it was 20 units and like 60 beds. And so it was kind of cool. And so you search through the marketplace. You can look through there and see what you like, and you buy a portion of it. They call it tokens, and so you buy a token. The minimum is 50. I saw a few that were less than 50, but it's kind of like the standard on Lofty is $50 minimum. You can buy as many $50 tokens as are available for that property, but that's the minimum. And so you can research these properties. There's a ton of information, and I'll show you this in a few minutes. We're actually on another video. I'll do my first purchase. I didn't even purchase anything yet. I waited until I could show you my first purchase. That way you get to see how easy or not easy it is, and if I mess it up or not. Let's try not to do that. So let's go ahead and continue out through here. Automatically receive rental income. It says you'll get your first rent payment that same day and daily after that. I'll have to let you know about that. Like I said, I haven't even bought the first property yet. Just researched this quite a bit, talked to some other folks about it. One of the really neat things that I did see about this, though, is that when you invest, when you're at the point in your pie strategy that you're compounding and not trying to ROI from the project, because we always recommend ROI from a project before you invest more, but you can actually compound your rental income into more tokens. I thought that was kind of cool. You just transfer it right over. All right, so your property portfolio, and the neat thing too is that as the properties grow in value, your investment also grows. So in other words, like any investment, your $50 token, if that's what you buy, actually grows with the property. So at some point, in a good area, and I really like the one that I'm going to purchase. It's in a pretty good area, and I have a feeling it will grow. And so, that grows with you. Invest in fractions of rental properties across America. And these are just a few of the examples. And as you can see right there, this is what you see in the marketplace. And these are current ones. I saw some of these when I was shopping for mine. You can specify certain areas. If you want a certain area, you can specify annual returns, things like that. Now, this one in the middle that you see in Grandview, Missouri, that's the one that actually has a bunch of tenants. It's only showing the front, and it's actually a multifamily there. And so 20.7 annual return. So read the fine print on the marketplace before you buy, because I did notice on that one, I thought about purchasing into that one, but it didn't fit my prerequisites. But one of the things I noticed about that one is that it's 20.7% now. They're wide open about the information. They tell you upfront that the owner is wanting to scale down how much of the Lofty investment is. And so eventually, as they pay down their Lofty loan that you're helping make possible, your 20.7 will eventually shrink to 6, which 6% annual return, still much better than a bank, but you would start out at 20.7. And I'm estimating at the size of the loan they have, it would probably be 3 to 4 years before your 20.7 would shrink down to 6. And it would be incremental. It's not going to be all of a sudden. You see the one beside that in Iowa. It is a commercial building, and it's actually looks like there's a McDonald's and a Domino's pizza there. So pretty cool. Let's see, you don't have to be a pro to invest like one, skip the down payment. Basically, they're trying to give you all the advantages of owning realty without having to go through the whole realty process. And they have property managers, everything already in place. The only thing you're doing is investing in the property. You're not having to do anything hands-on. I mean, personally, if I'm ever in the area, I think it would be cool to drive by and just see what the place looks like from the outside and say, hey, I own part of that. But you don't have anything else to do with it. You just, take your rent payouts and enjoy the money. Let's see. And there's just some reviews. Great reviews. I tend to not trust reviews though, because I mean, who's going to post a review that's a 1-star? And to be honest with you, the reviews, I mean, it's easy to pay for reviews. So they're there if you like them, reviews and press. There are actually some articles there you can look at. Those I appreciate more than the reviews because they're a little more unbiased. And so you can view properties there. And then, of course, there's a big facts page. I went through that one quite a bit, just looking at different things. And this I thought was cool. There are lots of real estate investment opportunities. There is a section here at the bottom where you can compare Lofty to some of those others. There is one, I won't mention it right now, that I invested in that not happy with at all. Low returns, takes forever. There's some of the disclaimer stuff, social media icons if you want to sign on there. And so now what I'm going to do, skip over to the other screen and first though. So, sign up. One of the things about Lofty, they do KYC. You have to enter your, put your driver's license in. It's an American company, so you do have to put your social security number in there as well for tax purposes. And the KYC was actually pretty easy. I signed up on the website on my computer. It sent me to my phone where I could take a picture of my driver's license. And I'll be honest with you, I understand the need for KYC and why it's good, but I hate it because I usually end up having to take my driver's license photo 20 or 30 times just to get the glare just right and the barcode and all that stuff. This one went through pretty quick. Within about 10 minutes, I was fully signed up. And so then I was logged in, all that good stuff. And so you just get on the lofty.ai, log in, but I'm going to go ahead and take you over to my account dashboard. You can see my name at the top. I'm going to move my head right up there and cover that up. And there we go. You see at the top, you can get a referral link. That way, if you want to refer people to it, get $50 when your friends invest. Thought that was pretty neat. And like we've talked about some among the admins, it's as far as I know, it's only a 1-layer referral. You get a referral when your friend signs up, not a repeating referral as they invest more and more and more, because we've seen lots of projects go down simply because of reasons like that. You can see I don't have anything in the assets yet. I'm going to do that with you guys while we're here. And so on the left-hand side, you can click that, look at the marketplace. You can sell your tokens whenever you want to cash out. You just sell your Lofty tokens and make them available on the marketplace. I will know more about that when I do it for the first time. But for everything I read and everyone I've talked to, it is easy to sell your tokens. Refer and earn, that's another place to get the affiliate. Of course, transactions, wallet. Now, wallet, I'm going to talk about on another web page that I've already pulled up for you, but we're going to talk about how you can invest. And then, of course, settings, all that good stuff. And let's see, that's all of the dashboard. Now, let's move over to how to invest in new property listings. So if you're interested in Lofty, this is on their facts page, how to invest in new property listings. And so there are actually quite a few ways to do it. A lot of ways that we don't have available to us on some of the other projects that we're into. So you go to the marketplace, you find a property that you like. You can look at new properties, you can look at existing ones. You can do all kinds of specs. I looked to see if there were any near me. There are quite a few in the Southeast, but none in my direct area. And then make an investment. So you find your property, you read all the fine print, and I'll show you this on the property I'm going to select here in just a minute, some of the fine print, and then you place a buy order. And one of the things about the buy order is by default, it goes to 10 tokens. You can adjust that number, and so you can move it down to 1 token, $50, and you're in. Once you've chosen the number of tokens, you go to your payment method. So let's talk just a second about payment method. This is one of the few ones where you have some different options that we don't have on other places. You can do a direct transfer from your bank. You can also pay by credit card, but I don't recommend credit card unless you're the type of person that pays down your credit cards every month. Because if you're depending on your credit cards for investments, I mean, y'all are smart enough to know this, but there are plenty of people in the Dave Ramsey system that don't understand this. But if you use your credit card for an investment, you are seldom ever going to make enough money off the investment to pay the credit card interest if you're not paying your cards off every month. So be very careful with that. You can do a wallet on Lofty, and by wallet, we're talking the regular crypto type wallets. You can put money into your Lofty wallet and pay straight from there. You can do an external wallet, and we'll talk about that in just a second, which crypto you can use to pay for this. So you can use fiat money from your bank or from your credit card. You can use crypto in the Lofty wallet or in an external wallet. And so here's the neat thing too. Like I said, you can compound, so to speak, by actually applying whatever balance you have in your rent fund to the order. I thought that was pretty cool. They don't call it compounding, but that's what it is. That's compounding. I thought that was pretty neat. And then you buy and return in the marketplace, and there's a nice, nifty little thing. You just bought some real estate. And so there you go. Now, here we go down to the it's kind of the fine print about the fees, things like that. There are fees, and like even using the credit card or the bank transfer, I kind of look at these as similar to gas fees. You're going to pay to play. You can do a wire transfer. Now, cryptocurrency. On the cryptocurrency, they only use the Algo, the ALGO wallet for cryptocurrency, the Algo blockchain, I think it is. And if I sound less than knowledgeable about the Algo blockchain, it's because I don't use it. I know absolutely nothing about it. But you can use the Algo coin, USDC-A. That's the USDC on the Algo blockchain. They apparently really like it. They're probably getting a good deal from it. No problem with that. It's just I don't use it, so I'm going to use my credit card because I don't want to have to go through the process of setting up a new blockchain, everything that I don't know, don't understand, may not ever use for anything else. Now, if I start investing heavily in Lofty, if I like it, start picking more properties, things like that, I will eventually do the Algo blockchain just so it'll make things easier. And according to the fees, you're going to save quite a bit of money there. That's the one big thing about using crypto for this is you're going to save quite a bit of money on the gas fees versus fees for credit cards or anything else. Let's see what else we have up here at the top. All right, so this is the Lofty Marketplace. And so when you click onto the Lofty Marketplace, like I said, you can research the property or the markets. And so they've got quite a few here. I investigated some of these, like Charlotte. That's fairly close to me. Chattanooga is fairly close to me, and I used to live there, so I know the area well. But there were no properties in either area. Chicago has a lot of properties, lots of places in Ohio, and other things. And so that is the marketplace. And you can scan down through here, and you see there's everything from. I mean, look at the one right there, 927 Euclid Avenue. That's in Miami. It looks like a nice tropical destination. The one right beside it in Harvest, Alabama, just looks like a typical suburban neighborhood. There are older houses. The one over here in Memphis looks like an older house. There, tons of variety. Lots of downtown places. I see one right there in Chicago on Sangamon Street that looks like a downtown brownstone kind of place. Like I said, you can find here's one in Cleveland that has snow in the yard when the picture was taken. Kind of interesting. And so probably everything but mobile homes you can find on here. And mobile homes, that's interesting though. I've often heard some people refer to mobile homes as 10 ATMs. 10 can ATMs, basically where they just keep pumping out money. So there are people that buy used mobile homes and make a lot of money with them. Not me. I've never done that. Nothing wrong with it. I've just never done it. Types of properties. We've got single family, multifamily, mixed use. You can set this up by your projected rental yield, annual return, new projects, all projects. Now, before I end this video and go and start another video with me actually purchasing a property, let me go back first. And one of the important things I want you to do when you're researching any new project you're going to get involved in is to learn about the people behind the project. Now, Lofty being an American corporation, they are very open-facing, or sorry, forward-facing. They're very open as well, very forward-facing. There are the two founders. These guys actually went through Y Combinator, as far as I understand, which is it's more supposed to be a venture capital funding out in California, I believe, and lots of really, really neat companies and projects have come from there, and that Lofty was one of them. And so they've been featured in all these publications. It's always good. You can always find more information about them easily when they've been featured there. There is a quote from Jerry Chu, the founder and CEO. And let's go on down here, though, and there's actually a picture of the main executive team. Jerry Chu, Max Ball, Patrick Sears, and Mark Keen, the main team there. And these are actual links to their LinkedIn pages. And so you can find out more about them. I did look at Jerry Chu's page on LinkedIn, and it's actually got all the right check marks for he's verified with his government identity, things like that. In other words, he KYC'd on LinkedIn that it is really Jerry Chu that's on there. And so you know who these people are. Jerry, at least, is based in Los Angeles. Not sure about the others. I didn't research them individually, but I do like that they're forward-facing. You can see their pictures. There's a little more about the Algorand blockchain and faster transaction speeds and lower fees than some of the others, especially Ethereum. That's the only reason I don't like anything Ethereum is because it costs a fortune to do anything. And so that's the About Us. So that's pretty much the wrap up for the introduction on Lofty. It's fractional real estate, a low minimum at $50. It is a slow play though. So, don't go into this thinking you're going to make a fortune fast. It's one of the more stable and slow pieces of your pie. That's what it's intended to be. And so, don't go into it thinking you're going to just cash out and become a millionaire all of a sudden with Lofty. You go into it to put your money in a safe place and start growing it. And so I'll go ahead and wrap up this video, and I'm going to start another one. So be sure to watch the next video. If this one piqued your interest and you research it a little bit and get signed up, check out the next video and you can see me purchase my first investment in Lofty.ai. And we are going to stop.